joining me on Ferncrafts. I'm Christine and I welcome you to my channel. Today I just wanted to do a video for you in my garden, and because most of you do watch my videos for orchids, here's a shot of my latest bloom. It's been in bloom for a while actually, but now all of the buds have opened up. It's a Phalaenopsis, no ID. I got it as a gift from my husband, and it's beautiful. It's bright colors, and I love the contrast between the yellows as well as the dark pink. So that's it. So let's go out into my garden. I'm going to show you some of the plants that are in bloom and some that I am working on to enjoy later on in the season. So to start off, this is what's left of my banana tree from last year. You might have caught it in some of my previous videos. I had a dwarf banana tree, but it put out pups, and there were 3, but the mother plant died back over the winter. So we have the 2 pups growing, and yeah, the stalk of the mother plant is in there in case she decides to come out of dormancy, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Here I have my cymbidiums just sitting out in a pot. It's almost noon right now, so it's not the best filming conditions, but because the sun is really bright. But yeah, here are my cymbidiums. This is my older one, and this is the one that I got over Christmas. Oh, well, it was after Christmas, but that's what I got. And yeah, let's look at something else. So we've been doing some work in our garden, and we have this big slope. It's pretty big all the way across the backyard, and I have different flowering plants in here. This is the thing they call columbines, and it was a bright a double-petaled pink with yellow, almost like rhubarb and custard. I don't know what the name of it is, but I have one there. I put another one in the back there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Clumps of iris that we've recently planted. I have some sedum in the back there, and yeah, I don't know what these are called, but they bring a nice interest to the garden with these darker colored leaves. There are weeds, so excuse that, and I think every garden has them. So I don't know what this is, but it's a very pretty clump. It forms mounds of flowers, and right now we've just recently planted it. There are 2 or 3 maybe of these. So I have one clump right here, another one there, and maybe one in the back there, which I can't see over this clump. But yeah, these are very pretty flowers, and they added a little bit of height as well as color to the garden. These are one of my favorites. I have no idea what they're called, but they are a very pale green leaf and very soft, so it's very child friendly. They can feel the leaves, and it's very soft, almost like lamb's ears, but these bright pink flowers, which make it very interesting in a dull space. So it really brightens it up. So I have just one plant here, but it's grown, and it's formed a rather large clump, I would say. I don't know how else to call it. Like, it's a big group there. So that's that, and there's a lilac in the back, and which you can't really see. So let's head over to another part of the garden. This here is a small hedge, using the word hedge very loosely because it is invasive and it does grow a lot. If any of you do recognize it, let me show you the flowers. It's a very uninteresting looking plant with some white flowers on it, but wait until fall and then they really do put out a display. These are, oh, here we've got them going. Do you see that? It's the Chinese lantern. And there, so if you don't know where to look, it's these right here. They turn a bright pink and then into a dark orange and red, and it makes for a beautiful display in cut flowers or dry flower arrangements. And I usually, this is what I bring in to the house at the end of the season, because it brings in a little garden to the house and helps my love of gardening last just a little more in such a short-lived season that we have here in Canada. Here, look, there's a friend. I don't want to disturb him. Let him be and enjoy his space in my garden. So let's move along. And we are working on the garden. We're going to have some work done, and so it will look a little less like a forest and a little more like a garden. My idea is, my ideal garden is the English cottage garden. Some interesting ground cover to consider, and this one is perfect for shade, is I don't know what it's called, but this is what it looks like, and it has these purple flowers on it. I planted, if you would believe, just a clump, and it had come in a mixed pot and you know, at the end of the season you were ready to get rid of your pot of mixed things in there. So I took this ground cover and I planted it and made a little border, and actually I just split it up, split the plant up into several bits and stuck it into the ground, and now it has spread and it is beautiful. It's got the silvery leaves and it adds color even after the flower is gone. So do consider that for a shade spot. This is the pride and joy of my gardening season this year. It is a new acquisition, and what it is the bay leaf tree. I got it for 20 bucks, which is a really good price. And it has a very long leader stem, and I've just staked it and not done a good job at it, but there it is. And you know what, since we brought it home, it's got a lot of new leaves. So the top 4 there are new, and even on the little one there. So yeah, that is hopefully going to be with us for a very long time. Let's move on. Here is my little corner with the bird bath. And you know, I'm now thinking I should move this bird bath to a less sunny spot, because the birds don't like coming and sitting in the hot sun to drink their water. I'm not going to show you the bird bath because it's a mess. It needs a little paint. But this is just petunias, I think, and that's just, you know, something I planted in the beginning of the season to enjoy some color. See some weeds in there. This is a very interesting bunch. They are gladioli and gladiolus for one, and I got this from the dollar store. So if you're in Canada, I got this from Dollarama in the spring, and I didn't think it would even work. There were 7 bulbs in a packet, but yeah, oh, I even have the package here for $1 or $2.50. And there are 7. It's a multicolored one. So, and they all grew. So I have 7 plants here growing off the 7 bulbs, which is a really good price. So yeah, sometimes you get jewels even in the dollar store. Let me sneak in a little orchid in there. It is I didn't really plan this, but this is my Oncidium Rex Van Delden, and I've shown this orchid in bloom many times. Since I brought her out, she's decided to put out a spike, so I am going to enjoy that as well. Can't wait. And this big mess here in our garden right now is us bringing down some cedars to make room for a tool shed or a garden shed, and I can't wait for that to happen, but that's for another time. And then to end off my garden tour for today, it's my berries on the tree. I call them mulberries, but I don't know. They could be blackberries or what, but they're just coming into ripening, and we have been enjoying them at breakfast in our cereal or just snacking on them. The kids love to pick the berries off the tree, and yeah, so lots and lots of berries to come. Lots for us, lots for the wildlife as well. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't done so already, do subscribe. You'll be the first to know when I upload a video. It's usually about orchids, but also some gardening and just basically things that I love. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, enjoy your orchids and your garden. Bye-bye.